Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Angie. This is New Path Tarot. And approx 5 years ago, 2020, I did a mediumship training series that I never completed because I ended up moving. And when I did, I had two piles of cards, one of them that I had already gone through, which happened to be these. And then another pile, which are these that I had not yet gone through, but they got all intermixed and stuff. So I went through and separated the two piles today. And now I'm going to finish the series. Or at least I'm going to intend to, because there's no way I'm going to get through all these right now, right? But I'm thinking I might do one card at a time, actually. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, you know, I'm thinking, I don't know. You'll know before I do, because in retrospect, you'll see how I title it or whatever. So we're going to start with this one, which is Time to Heal Reversed. Now, though this deck does not do reversals in, essence, just keep in mind the fact that it is reversed could potentially have something to do with things. Anyways, I like to do this when they face like that. Look, see how the light is coming from the hand? There could be something to do with that, as in energy coming from the hand. But anyways, in its true form, it would be facing me, but it is being extended to you. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, so, we're doing this again, which means I forgot that the stuff's on the back and I got to read it to you guys. All right, time to heal. Self-healing is an extremely important daily routine in your development as a medium. When practicing mediumship, you need to be in your best heart-centered space to create a clear, authentic communication with spirit. Find a quiet space. Turn your mind to focus within. Ask yourself, quote, "What is my body, heart, and soul seeking right now?" End quote. Is it intuitively feeling the need for healing on a mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual level? Whether you choose to do bodywork, energy healing, a walk in nature, yoga, or just a quiet meditation, these can all be ways of self-healing to balance the body, mind, and soul. If you picked this card at random, which I did, let this be a clear sign that it is time to honor you. See, isn't that cute how I said that at the beginning? Here is a longer technique you can use for some self-healing. Sit in a quiet spot for a few meditative minutes. Close your eyes and take a few relaxing breaths. Imagine you're being showered with loving, healing white light from the universe. See the white light that's coming from the hand, as I pointed out. Allow the gentleness of this light to wash away the emotional residue in your aura. Breathe this light into your body and let it permeate all the cells of your being. Sit in this space as long as needed to feel energetically refreshed. Offer gratitude to this healing opportunity as you ground your body, mind, and soul with a few more deep breaths. Partnership card, practice patience. Ooh, my favorite word. I don't know if we've gotten that card before. Let's see if it's in here, because I'll pair it together if so. I already forgot what it was. Practice patience. I mean, not that I forgot. It's more so I knew it was two worded. Weird. I must have done it before then. Gross. I'm glad I actually did. I don't have to deal with that. Anyways, refer back to the past for that one, I guess. So, taking time to heal is a self thing, right? Like, you don't take time to heal others unless you do, as a profession or whatever, if you're a body worker and stuff like that, energy worker and things. But yeah, okay, let's just say I take this literal for myself. I do need to get better into my fitness stuff again because I've been slacking. And I've been, what's it called? Depression eating, comfort eating, whatever you call it. When, you're like about life. And so you are like, I'll just eat whatever because why not? Knowing full and well that you're going to have to work extra hard to get that off, right? Well, whatever. As long as I don't let it get too out of hand. I'm at that pivotal moment right now in my life where it's like I notice it. I've noticed it for like, I don't know, a couple weeks or so-ish. And yet now I'm at the point where I'm like, probably time to do something about it before it gets out of hand. So what can I do? I could go back into my, what was it called? Intermittent fasting. So I don't eat after a certain time. That's easy, as in the fasting process going overnight. I used to have an app that I used to track that. I could just do gentle stuff like go on a daily walk, you know. I could start doing my supernatural fitness game again because I let the subscription run out and have not renewed it. So yeah, there's that as well. And this is just talking about fitness, you know. This is just talking about managing, I wouldn't say weight, that's too simplistic, but managing components that lead to weight gain. How about that? And or components that do not take away from the accumulation of weight due to being sedentary, being bummed out, or whatever you might want to say, or those kind of things, you know. Yeah, well, you know, because I can make excuses for why I don't want to do certain things, and I could sit here and not just make excuses, but like really buy into how the excuses I make are valid. Like, I don't know, I'll just give you one particular one that comes to mind, having to do with my I like having a buddy to do stuff with, you know, workouts and like body doubling. That's not working out, but same vibe, you know. And I don't really have anybody, nor even if I did, or rather, I could probably try really, really hard to like meet somebody that's on the same vibe, but every time I've ever done that, it's kind of been a pain in the ass. So I could sit here and like really, really push myself, even though I don't like doing these things by myself, but yet, nah, let me just make excuses for it and use that as my reason for gaining weight back and all the progress that I had made, losing it, you know, losing the weight, just let it all go down the drain, knowing full and well I felt like shit when I had gained weight. I didn't like how I looked, I didn't like how I felt, you know, about a bunch of things. So let me just let it spiral before I, you know, rein it in. Nah, I'm good. I'm definitely going to do something about it. So now, how does that relate to mediumship? Well, let's think about it. Kind of doesn't. Weight on people actually helps keep you grounded, believe it or not. It helps with, like, I know most, I don't want to say most, but a lot, let's just say a lot of psychics tend to be heavier weight. Scratch that. Most really good psychics that I've met, ow, sorry, I forgot that's a thing that happens when I sneeze. Sometimes, if I'm not positioned right. C-section problem. Anyways, yeah, so I forget what I was saying. But yeah, so being grounded is part of self-care. Time to heal can mean integration as well. You go through a lot in a short amount of time. You need to integrate. And how do you do such? Well, you can completely go back to sleepy sleeps. I don't suggest you do that for a lot of reasons. You could just kind of like switch interests. Like sometimes I'll alternate between spirituality and fitness. I'll go back and forth. Better would be though to do both, to be honest. They are very balanced to do such. But then there's also the idea of how switching topics within a niche could be a good idea too, such as going from what I've been doing lately, which is like more channeling and stuff, to be able to integrate all that energetically, not so much the content or topics of which I've been bringing up lately and stuff. Instead of that, I could do what I'm doing now, you know, changing completely and switching gears to back to something that I had done in the past, and hopefully wrapping up this series and all that. So yeah, time to heal for you, same vibe. If you're seeing this now, I would say it's time to heal. That could also mean in something you've been exposed to, like you actually have, maybe you were ill and you have to heal from that. Taking the time to heal, not pushing through something when you're not feeling the best. Not going to work sick if you happen to work somewhere, so you expose your contagion to others. Also, time management could be something. Maybe there's appointments that you need to make and honor. As in, when I say honor, I mean these are for yourself probably, maybe others as well. But particularly heal the healer vibe. You know, you gotta be right before you can assume that others are gonna be able to let's say mind frame wise, you know, you need to be in the right mind frame for others to be healing energy around you, or you to be healing energy for others to be around you. It's more what I meant by that. Taking time to heal a mentality of consistency that you're breaking out of needs time to reset to the new way of thinking, or else you fall back into old habits very quickly. There's that as well. Take time to heal could be doing things with more mindfulness instead of for the goal of a result or an outcome. So doing something for the enjoyment of it is another way to view that as well. Doing things with a mentality of balance. So what you do on one side, do to the other, is coming up for some reason. I don't know why. That's really random. Because it doesn't feel related. But it just, I don't know. It's just random. Because what it feels like to me is, let's say you have an imbalance on one side of your body, like just like super random, okay, and you're limited on one side in a different way than you are on the other. And so maybe what you would do would be overcompensate on one side, or opposite, you're only working on the side that is weaker to try to get it to match. And it's like, no, you still do need to work on the other side as well. You don't want to bring the other side down to let the other side come up to be equal with it. Instead, bring them both up, even if there's still a discrepancy. What else? I don't know. I think that's about it, actually. When it drops, it drops. When that beat drops.